Blog Talk Radio.
What is up? Field Street Forum Live. We are live a little after 10 p.m. here on a Wednesday. It's been a while. I ain't not going to lie to anybody. There has been tons going on in your favorite podcast host's world. Myself, of course, and then Jason had some stuff going on. I know Dustin had a big vacation, so it's been an interesting few weeks. So, but we are back at it. We've been wanting to get back on, but it's just been tough, man. I'm not going to, like I said, it's just been so much going on. Just trying to figure things out. And here we are. So if you are up for it, I didn't even really get to share it. So this is pretty much going to be us talking and making things happen on the show, and then you can listen to the replay unless somebody wants to call in tonight just off the fly. 347-850-8025, 347-850-8025, and take note of the number, and that way you can just call us the next time we're on, and you don't have to worry about it. But I'm your host, The Real Dre, joined, as always, by Jason Harry Dog and Dustin. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Been a minute. I know that. That's for sure. Like I said, we've been wanting to get back on, but there's just been so much happening and going on. I'm just I was ready. I was going to make sure we got on tonight, even if we had to go on at midnight. I think we were gonna have a show. So,
Dre just comes up with just the worst excuses to skip them.
Yeah,
he's a professional slow pitch player now.
Hey, that would be league champion and tournament champion. Thank you very much.
Always talking about his dad and stuff. He didn't even have a dad.
I was created in a lab, man. What are you talking about? Yeah, so this will be a welcome distraction for me tonight. And like I said, Jason mentioned the softball. That was a welcome distraction every couple times a week. So between trips to Folkestone, it's been good and fun, and appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers, and things are getting worked out, so it's all good.
Just for the record, while we're on the air, from the picture I saw, the ladies on the team are the ringers that carry the team.
Oh, no doubt. You damn right. I mean, our girls kick that. It's a co-ed team, obviously, so our girls kick ass, dude. I'm not going to lie. They can play some ball.
They just brought in a bunch of ringers. You could tell from the picture that, all five of them or however many have been playing softball their entire lives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Quick shout-out, Lauren, Dana, Crystal, Haley, and Aaron. Appreciate it. And Kim, but she didn't even play this. She signed up, but she didn't ever play. So, hey, she was there for us if we needed her there. I know she would be. But, yeah.
Is this dude doing softball shout-outs now?
Took home the trophy last night, baby. I'll check out my Facebook page. I'll post it.
I'm trying to pick on him because the guy sucks, and he's freaking sitting here giving shout-outs.
Dude, we're not. Like I said, it's our girls did kick ass this year. If you don't have good girls in co-ed, you may as well not even go play up. I mean, it's just the way it is. But definitely fortunate there. So, but we can talk about that on Softball Live. When are we gonna start that podcast, dude? We'll talk about it Softball Live later, but Field Street Forum Live got some stuff happening in Athens. Got spring practice, y'all. Football is in the air. It is what? 3 20. It's about what? 3 weeks away. A little over 3 weeks away, right? April
Day
20th,
before Easter.
G-Day.
April 20th, 420, baby.
420, y'all.
Me
I can't
and
wait.
me and the Trez got our spot picked out.
Oh man.
I paid for Jason's ticket too.
That's Dustin. That's just the way he is, man. That's the way he rolls, son.
Just saying.
Baller. But so what's been happening? I'll be completely honest. What's been going on with what's been the buzz at spring practice so far? Oh, I will tell you one that I did see, Jason, is you might not have won a steak dinner last year, but it sounds like certain Jamari Sawyer's been kind of catching on to things a little bit, huh?
My boy about to take somebody's job.
How you think that's going to play out?
He probably needs to ask Blue Dog.
He's even been practicing some at right tackle, they said.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mostly right guard and right tackle.
He's getting reps at center too, right?
I think a little bit of center. I think center's more Trey Hill and Erickson.
And Hill.
Trey Hill and
Webb, sorry. Webb not getting reps there at all?
Do I know?
I think he mentioned Webb in the last conference.
I think Webb has been getting some at center. The last time Kirby said something, he was getting more at left guard. But I think you're going to see the three centers be in Hill, Erickson, and Webb probably. I think Sawyer is going to be, more guard. I'm telling you, it may be Ben Cleveland, dude.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Sam Pittman's about to have, I don't know, he's like one guy away from having, like, backups being drafted. Like, seriously.
Right.
Like, you didn't start for UGA, but you went in the third round. I mean, like, that's honestly not even exaggerating.
Oh, yeah, I could totally see that. Can we get how about this? Can we get Cleveland some reps at fullback in goal line?
Oh Lord!
Everybody's calling for McBride to do that though.
This dude, he took too many aluminum bats upside the head in softball.
But yeah, I was very excited to see Sawyer's name being talked about so much by Kirby. Who else has been anybody really standing out so far in practices? I mean, it's been 3 days, I guess. So we not a ton going on, but
I'm telling you this. some people, I've read some about it, but then I had somebody else tell me too. This is what they told me. What I read was like, he looks good, he's explosive, but I had somebody tell me that Nolan Smith might be the most explosive player we've had at UGA in a decade.
Oh, wow. That's saying a lot.
That he is just explosive. You know, of course, you know, I mean, he's a true freshman. He's straight out of high school, so he's probably going to have to gain some weight and this and that. But his first step, his explosiveness, they said they couldn't think of anybody that could touch it.
Yeah, he won the Spark combine in high school.
Yeah, I mean, they just said they can't think of anybody that could even touch it. I was like, what about Roquan? They were like, more explosive.
Wow.
So, you know, Roquan was good sideline to sideline.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't see him too much explode. I mean, Jesus, not to take anything away from Roquan. I mean, look what he's doing right now, even in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you didn't see him too terribly much just explode by himself into the backfield and just tear a play apart. I mean, I know he did some.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, he was no more sideline to sideline, attacking the machine, working his way down the line, hitting the gap, and getting back there to where they just said, no, it's just explosive as hell.
Well, that
explosive as in take that first step, explode past his man, and basically meet the ball carrier as he's getting the ball handed to him.
Right. I've also heard that Jermaine Johnson has been really showing out too.
Dude, that dude's a beast. He is huge.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just think, it's going
to be hard to keep Nolan Smith off the field on third downs. Number one, I don't know how he is against the run yet. So you know how freshmen are when they come in. But it's going to be hard to keep him off the field on third down. It's going to be hard to keep Jermaine Johnson off the field.
Right.
Just in general.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say is that that's two additions to that defense that could be just tremendous difference makers, you know, especially in kind of a position of need that the one thing that really Georgia lacked last year on defense was that, you know, explosive, like, pass rush guy and other than DeAndre Walker. And I guess Brenton Cox.
We were just so young.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference if those two can play anywhere close to the level of play and you know, accolades that they're receiving so far.
I'll tell you what, those dudes have just completely just transformed that linebacker room just around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my God. The athleticism in that room right now is kick-ass.
Right.
I mean, you got a guy in Kobe Dean that they're, I mean, and it's an easy comparison to make, but they're saying he's legitimately the next Roquan Smith.
Yeah, they're really impressed with him in practice.
Best linebacking core ever at Georgia?
I mean, it's
probably
it's easy to say, but
I mean, especially from what 1 through however deep the depth chart goes.
I tell you what, athleticism wise, probably so.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to see, you know, how they grow up and, you know, how they can, you know, take the plays and all that. I mean, it's more than just being athletic, but I mean, just as far as big, fast, strong, yeah, easily.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them are really upperclassmen.
Yeah, other than, I guess, Johnson could be one and done, but yeah, almost all the rest of them will be there at least 2 years, I guess.
Yeah, 3 years.
Counting this year.
And I tell you what, I don't think it's as far along as the linebackers, and definitely not as far along as the offensive line. That freaking Sam Pittman's transformed into. I mean, you take the red and black glasses off, you can call it whatever, take off the homerism. Just, look at it from just a fan of football perspective, nothing to do with UGA. And unless they're just crazy, I don't know anybody that could look at that offensive line group and say that there's a better one in college football.
Mhm.
Maybe if they, it'd be hard to even, not even Alabama's.
You're right.
Because I don't think they had the depth that we do. They might can match up. I don't think this year they can match up 1 through 5. Maybe close, and I definitely don't think they have the depth that we do on the offensive line.
Okay.
So, they transformed that. They transformed the linebackers, and I don't think it's far along. I'm not saying I think it's bad by any means. We're doing the same thing to the secondary.
Mhm. Well, speaking of secondary, we had some little recent bad news there with Tariq Stevenson getting into some trouble off the field.
Tyler Simmons.
I guess it was and Tyler Simmons. I guess it was a misdemeanor though. When nothing's changed from that aspect. I don't believe.
They have a halfway decent lawyer that'll be dropped.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully so. That's what I was thinking. So.
College students got into a bar fight, and we can spend an hour on it, getting pissy about the Athens Police Department, but college people got into a bar fight. I doubt if they were football players, if they weren't football players, I doubt they even would have been arrested. They would have just been sent home.
Right.
But we don't have to get into that because, good God, college people got into a fight with the bar staff, so it's probably the bouncers, obviously.
Right.
Yep.
So bouncer said leave, or bouncer said you can't come in. They said we're UGA football players. Bouncer said we don't give a crap. Somebody wanted to have a pissing contest, and they got rowdy, and police were called. I think the not undercover, but off-duty policeman was already there. I don't know if he was working or he was just there. I can't remember, but he was there. It got rowdy. He called back up or whatever, and people got arrested. So the two things are, the bar didn't want to press charges, obviously, for obvious reasons, because they do that, nobody's going to go back to it. And so, two, if we're all want to arrest everybody and want to jump on arrest, this and that, why didn't they arrest whoever the manager of the bar is for letting an underage person in to drink? Tariq Stevenson isn't old enough to get in there, so if we really want to arrest people, if we're really going by the law and we want it, why didn't anybody get arrested for that? So I very seriously doubt if they were not football players that they would have been arrested.
Right. I think things are better, but still got a little ways to go.
Well, you can halfway understand that, hey, let's use this as an example, that we're not going to take any crap off football players and they don't get any special treatment, blah, blah, blah. But, I don't even think asking for them to just let them go when the bar doesn't even want to press charges, I don't think that constitutes a special treatment. I think that constitutes as treat them the way you would every other student. I've talked to you plenty before. I think everybody pretty much knows. I've been in some bars in my past, and I've been in more than one bar fight and never been arrested.
Well, Has there been any talk about the? I mean, obviously, I get Zeus and guys like that aren't really. They're just kind of working on things. They're not necessarily practicing per se. But any word on how Swift? I saw some pictures of Cook. Looks like he's been working hard in the off season.
They said Swift is quicker.
Oh wow.
I'm like, how you get quicker? I think he lost a little bit actually, and he's quicker. I'm like, how the heck you get quicker?
Yeah.
And then Cook did look like he put on about 10 pounds, and then Richard LeCounte looked like, I mean, he was ripped.
Yeah.
Like he got kind of skinny last year. His chest is kind of sticking out. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from, Richie?
Yeah. The big thing with him, he came up when I was talking with a friend of mine, and just I'm kind of hoping he can adapt a little bit and become more of that ball hawk type player that he was coming out of high school. That I kind of thought he would be more of that kind of player.
Screw that. I don't. No. Just stop there. No. Don't want a ball hawk. No. Worry about that later. Just freaking learn how to tackle.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do that. Don't worry about the tackle. You tackle, but don't try to be the hit stick from Madden. You know.
Yeah, I don't care about ball hog. I don't care about hit sticking. Just freaking learn how to tackle at the waist and the hips and the knees, and not try to clothesline everybody that goes by.
Right.
Or learn how to take the right angles at people.
Oh, for the love of God, please, just tackle.
Yeah, he just for some reason maybe it's because he's a little bit smaller than everybody else. He thinks he's got to try to, like I said, hit stick on Madden, and everybody just you can't do that, bro. You just it just not.
Oh my God!
He carries the hit stick into the stadium every single time. You know it's on his mind.
Oh my gosh! Quit! Just quit! I'm telling you, if he doesn't, there are plenty of people. Just like we were just talking about, they're transforming that secondary. There are plenty of people that take a spot quick. You can believe that. Tyreek Stevenson being one of them. Because your boy comes in and automatically automatically looks like one of the best on the team. And so, I mean, you know, obviously we lost DeAndre Baker, so you're probably looking at Stokes, and I would imagine Campbell starting off, but I mean, that isn't even a guarantee for those two.
Right.
I'm telling you, those dudes are competing.
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned DJ Daniel looks good, too.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
You got those two. You got DJ Daniel, Tyreek Stevens that came in. Devad Wilson's not hurt anymore.
Devad Wilson.
It seems like, I mean, I know he's been burned a couple of times. It seems like the coaches just really, really like Tyreek McGee. I don't know. I don't know if he's the one. I know we got J.R. Reed back there. It's kind of the captain of the defense, kind of a deal. But I don't know if McGee does good and just being in the right place on other plays where he doesn't have to cover one-on-one.
Probably.
Or if he's good at getting everybody else in line, or I don't know. But they seem to love. I don't hate the guy by any means. I mean, obviously, every once in a while, he's just going to be a liability in coverage when he has to cover a speedster one-on-one. But, I mean, I don't think it happens enough that he just shouldn't play or anything. But, I mean, it seems like the coaches love him.
Yeah, I think Devad Wilson took his spot, though.
I don't know. Because basically every time they run out, Tyreek's out there with the ones.
Crazy.
Yeah, I really kind of figured Devad was going to be, as long as he played up to how he played in the bowl game, I thought that was kind of pretty much his spot to lose.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, they brought in some grown ass men. Our freshmen
Oh,
will going to be coming trying to take those spots. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
And the JUCO, like Dustin just said, the JUCO freaking DJ Daniels.
DJ, yeah.
Because I mean, he's
And
not like
They said what?
he's not like Stokes, like the big speedster that's just gonna outrun everybody. But I mean, the dude, he has longer legs, longer arms. I mean, he has the reach, and he's fast enough that he'll be very, very, very solid.
I think he's the guy that's going to come in if Kirby gets pissed at somebody mid-game. He's going to be the first one to come off.
Mhm.
If he doesn't start, I mean, that's not a guarantee that the dude doesn't start. I think if you look anywhere on the team, DB and wide receiver probably is where you're going to see more people play and more question marks as far as who's going to start. I believe those two positions could go probably deep into the fall according to who's starting and who isn't.
And probably middle linebacker, too.
Maybe. It's going out quick these freshmen come up. But I think you're going to see Monty Rice and Tate Ryder a lot.
What about Kendall? Is he going to be? He's middle, isn't he? Or inside?
I mean, I would think he would be in the rotation from the beginning, like right now. But
yeah,
I think it's really according to who's playing.
Right. Just because he's from Harrison. Come on.
I'm telling you. But if he's earned it, he's earned it.
I think it's crazy that. Yeah, that's what it's just so crazy he came out as a running back, and here he is with all these 4s and 5 stars, middle linebackers, and starting. It's pretty wild.
Oh, he's always been athletic, though, man. He played, golly, I didn't go to every single game, but I promise you he played 6-7 positions at Harris County. I mean, they put him back at Wildcat, running back, receiver, tight end, secondary. I don't know if I ever personally saw him play linebacker in high school, though. I'm not sure. Too long ago. I'm getting too old. But yeah, my boy takes a play. He earned it, baby.
Oh man. How about, you mentioned wide receiver. How is that shaking out with, bringing in Don Blaylock and Pickens, two big-time prospects at receiver in this past class?
Well, they ain't working out yet because they ain't on campus yet.
Oh, neither one. Yeah, neither one. I thought one was an early enrollment. I thought Don Blaylock was an early enrollee. He's not?
No, negative.
Did Tongue?
Do what?
Did Mekhi Tongue, did he make it earlier or not?
Ooh, you know what? I don't know. I can't remember.
I
know right now, I think Jeremiah Holloman's kind of solidified a spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd really, really watch out for D-Rob. I think the light's coming on. And then for the slot, right now, I would think Kearis Jackson. But then I think that's when Blaylock's going to come in late, too. So I'd watch out. He'll get some plays on there.
Man, we got to see something from D-Rob this year, don't you think? I mean, there's just so much talent there.
If he wants to make it in football, we do.
Yeah, you're right. That's just, like I said, there's so much talent there.
I think he'll be okay. He's been showing some stuff so far in the 4 practices that they've had. Mm-hmm. Well, you saw on that one video that UGA put out. I mean, he ran through the one dude.
Yeah,
and he looks like he's put on some muscle too. Top half and bottom half.
Mhm. It's They're getting there. Strength and conditioning is still rocking and rolling. And then along the D-line, we talked about, Nolan and Jermaine Johnson as, kind of edge guys, but what about in the middle? Is Jordan Davis going to be – is he going to be able to pick up where he left off last year and then maybe even take a next step? Or Julian Rochester, is he going to be able to be more consistent? Has anybody talked about those guys yet?
I think you'll see more out of Jordan Davis. I think, honestly, and not that it's a bad thing because he's 1,000 times more talented than I would be as a defensive lineman. But I think what you get with Julian Rochester is what you get now.
Yeah. Which
by any means isn't bad, but it isn't like superstar either or anything like that.
Right.
I don't think he's going to overnight turn into a first-round pick, but that doesn't mean he's not a solid player for you.
Right.
And then you got anybody else? David Marshall coming back.
Oh yeah. Did they ever really say what was it? Was it a concussion issue, or did they ever really say what? Who am I thinking of that kept missing last year and missing games and stuff, and just nobody could figure out why?
I think it was him, but not a concussion. His leg.
Yeah, to begin with, it was concussion, right?
Okay, so I kind of right on that then.
I don't know, Dustin. Is that right? I was at the game, and he could have got a concussion, but they were on his legs the whole time, right after he had the injury.
Yeah, I know he had he said he had foot surgery and stuff.
Yeah, he just got the whatever rods or whatever he had in. He just got them taken out.
Yeah, because he's doing a little bit. I think he said he's doing some running at practice and stuff like that, but not really any planning yet, and definitely not going one-on-one and having all that weight put on it yet. So he's coming back, but I do think you're right. I think before the foot injury, I think he did miss some time because of that, where they were what the heck's wrong with him?
Yeah, I thought there was something along those lines. So.
I think that's another position that Kirby can't wait to get freshmen there.
I tell you what, I don't know if y'all are done talking about football, but if y'all are, or talking about the actual team, if y'all are, you can start recruiting right there. So, in my opinion, we have a defensive line coach that better step it up.
Yeah.
Bo knows.
I think a lot of people were thinking that, Coach Scott had kind of maybe turned the corner a little bit, and really this 2020 class was kind of going to be where he put all his work in and laid a lot of groundwork over the last couple of years to load up on this 2020 class, and so far it's not looking like it should, I don't believe.
I'll tell you this. Last year, Trayvon Walker was basically a gimme. That was basically just don't screw it up. And he's got other guys that aren't as proven. And, by all means, if I knew more than Trayvon or than Coach Scott does, then I would be the defensive line coach and be making $400,000 a year or whatever. So, good Lord, but so far he basically has a bunch of guys that, cut out the stars and all of that I don't know, people are going to look at it and say they're definitely going to have to prove themselves and make him look smart. So he has another one this year, friggin' Miles Murphy. That should be a gimme right there. It's only March, anything can happen between March and, freaking, 9 months from now, 8.5 months from now. So, I mean, it's 8.5 months early signing period, so, I mean, not to jump the gun too much, because anything could happen with Breezy, anything could happen with Murphy, anything could really happen with any of them, including our commit.
Mhm.
But it ain't looking too good for him right now. He's going to have to bring in some more that people are going to say, okay, well, he's got some more projects where he's just going to have to prove himself. I just don't see him recruiting at the same level as, I don't know, anybody else. I mean,
the rest of the team,
you look at freaking Hartley coming in, and I mean, it looks like this dude's about to pull a Reed Gilbert, which, I mean, that's a gimme, so that should be a gimme. But I mean, this dude's about to go to freaking Nevada and pull the 6'7" kid. That's what it looks like, and it's like, whoa, what the heck? I mean, you got Hankton pulling Pickens and pulling all these guys. I was just like, I mean, you got Landy. You can play it all you want to. Come on, baby.
Okay. Now, I'm not a big fan of these people, but I will say the people that they put in the league, who he's got going up against him, I mean, I can kind of see where Clemson's taking the angle. So, I mean, he's going to have to win one of these battles, but they have a lot of selling points for that particular position that they can give recruits compared to us.
Yeah,
Would you agree on that point?
You just don't lose Murphy to that, though. I don't care what they just did. I understand, okay, Birds, they might get Birds. Or Birds might be turned away from them signing all the other defensive linemen. Who knows? I understand the whole Breezy deal, the dudes from up north, girlfriend's going there already. Okay, it sucks, but, what can you do with that? We've done that plenty, so, I mean, you can't get mad at that. We've done the same damn thing. But, I mean, Murphy's is one you don't miss on, not even to them. It's especially considering he wants to play outside linebacker.
Well, I don't think they're going anywhere when it comes to recruiting that position with us. They're going to be in battles with us for a long time until Venables leaves.
I think they will too. I don't even think we should win all of them. Maybe not even 50%. Maybe we should win 35 or 40% of them. But Murphy's one he shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
So what?
I will say this.
I mean, I never got to talk to you, but what exactly happened there?
I mean, he hasn't been here since November.
Is there any reason behind it, or?
I don't have a clue. I think he's visited Clemson 3 times since then or something, maybe 4. He's visited other places since then and doesn't have plans to be back here until maybe May.
Maybe coming in as a commit somewhere if he comes in.
I just think that's one you don't lose. But I mean, when you have one of the highest paid staffs in football, and I mean, you could go down the list. Outside linebackers coach Dan Lanning, look at what he's done to his room. Lynn Schumann, look at what he's done to his room. Mel Tucker, and now Warren. Warren really hasn't been here long enough to really even say anything. But I mean, look what has happened to the DB room with Kirby and Tucker now. And now Warren. Sam frickin' Pittman, oh my God. Look at what Hartley's already doing. Look at what Hankton has done with Pickens and everybody he's brought in. I mean, Dale frickin' McGee, and then you got Coley. I mean, it's very, very hard, even in March with 8.5 months or however much long left. It's very hard to look away and not say there's a weak link.
Okay, but do you actually, the way he's been playing it with his staff, do you actually see him making a move on that?
I don't know. What is it? March 27th. According to what the SEC feels about Bo Davis' show clause coming up in April.
Say that again.
According to what the SEC thinks about Bo Davis' show clause coming up in April.
Okay.
So, he got in trouble at Alabama, remember?
Yep.
And they put one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
show clauses. Well, it's up in April, and Alabama's hired their defensive line coach. Brand new. So unless they make a move, they don't have any room. Kirby has a long history with Bo Davis. I mean, it's according to the SEC, it gets all pissy about somebody wanting to hire him. I mean, somebody else might do it. Who knows? But, I mean, there's a history there. If it wouldn't be a big deal and rock the boat a lot with, whoever, SEC, UGA, whatever, I mean, Kirby's supposedly able to hire his guys now without any questions asked, but, I mean, who knows how that really goes. Even if Trey Scott was pulling Miles Murphy, I would make that move in a second. And I'm not even saying I hate Trey Scott or don't think he's a good coach or whatever. I mean, I don't think he's bad, but, I mean, if you had to look and find a weak link, you don't have to look too far.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd make the Trey Scott Bo Davis move in a heartbeat. Because Bo Davis is the type that will still pull Brian Breesy even as the girlfriend went to Clemson. And
Right.
Bo Davis is the type that Miles Murphy would probably already be committed to UGA. I mean, he's just that kind of.
Is there rumblings of that?
Oh, I don't even know. If you go by any UGA history, then there's not a chance.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean, there's been a lot of times where Kirby surprised everybody with stuff that has happened, so who knows? I figured Alabama will leave them the spot open.
I still think Breezy's in play for Georgia. I think there's got to be, with the friendships and kind of bonds that him and Nolan have, and some of the other guys on there. I think they're going to be a pull, and they're going to say how close Clemson is from Athens, and you can still, go up on the weekends during during spring and summer, and hang out on weekends, and if you want to go up midweek or anything like that.
Do this for me, Dre. Is your wife still up?
And so, yeah.
All right, go look her in the eyes and go tell her that you love her, but you want to hang out more with me and Dustin. And you're going to be about 3-4 hours away, but you come see her on the weekend. And see how that works out for you.
Right, but
I know your answer already. I know your answer
that's
already.
Also
He's in college, and he's
marriage
a high school guy, and you're married, and all that. That's not the way they see it.
Well,
so I already knew your answer to that. That's not the way they see it.
I guess Bo Davis would be able to convince him to do that, though.
I guarantee you he would, and I will not tell you how. I think you already know how, but I'm not going to say it.
He can relate to these kids, man.
I can relate to them too.
I still just don't know how someone can make a life decision based off of a girl they met at 14 or 15 years old.
You know that. I know that. Try to tell them that, and they're going to do the exact opposite of what you tell them.
Yeah.
They just don't think that way.
And I know, everybody's high school romance works out, but, just Just got to talk to him. What
Okay.
about his sister? Is a big time. She was a big time pull for Georgia, wasn't she?
And
She was wanting him to,
she ain't
like-
down here, though.
Huh?
She ain't down here, though. What's she going to do? Tell them from Maryland or wherever they're at? Hey, you should go to Georgia,
Well, I
leave
thought
your
that
girlfriend, go back to Georgia.
She might have been coming down here too. I don't know. She needs to get one of those.
That would be a part.
We need to get her one of those crew scholarships, like some of the famous people were getting for their kids.
Dude, screw that. They don't, ain't nobody got to pay for it. Put her on the football staff as an assistant, whatever, social media, whatever.
There you go. But I still think it's going to be heavy and tough to do, but I think there's still a chance.
It's early, and I might be jumping the gun a little bit because it's early. It's only the end of March, but you better step it up. I tell you that.
Right.
I mean, we had Tracy Rocker, who we probably could have kept if we wanted to, and we basically fired him.
Right.
For not pulling in the guys, basically not keeping up with recruiting like everybody else was.
And ends up coaching the kid that basically got him fired this year.
What, have mercy.
You were talking about O-line early, and Pittman, of course, doing what Pittman does, but is Broderick Jones, is that looking promising there for Georgia along the offensive front?
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. It doesn't look like it. Obviously, anything could change, but he ain't going anywhere outside of right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, this dude Sam Pittman, man, he's ridiculous. I mean, we could legitimately end up, according to where Justin Rogers goes. Right. Because, number one, you got Broderick Jones. According to what Justin Rogers does, that's another 5-star, whether he plays offensive line or defensive line. He's listed as an offensive lineman, and right now, he's talking about wanting to play defensive line. If you just go by what they're listed, you got 5-star Broderick Jones, more than likely 5-star Justin Rogers. If these recruiting services go by what they've said every single year, which is the guys show out in games, the guys show out at football camps, Tate Ratledge just went off at the opening. There's no way he's not bumped to a 5-star. In my mind, he's a 5-star already, but he should be bumped to a 5-star. According to everything that they say they go off of, to rank 4 stars or 5 stars, there's no way that dude should not be a 5-star now. So Ratledge, Justin Rogers, Broderick Jones, and you better doggone watch out for Paris Johnson, who's committed to Ohio State.
Right.
Good God.
Just visited again.
Oh, wow.
With his family.
Jason, you still got eligibility?
Who?
You still got eligibility?
Oh, dude, man, I'm 42 years old with bad knees and no.
Hey, I think you can still run behind that line.
No, I was the backup center, and the only reason I ever got on the field was because I was mean as hell.
I don't know. Those lines are looking kind of nasty.
Zero athletic ability. I was just mean and halfway smart. You know, was good with the plays, good with telling people where to be and who to block, and just mean. I got in when they said, hey, either we were getting our butts kicked really bad, and they would say, hey, go let them know we're here at least, or somebody on the other side was talking trash, and they were like, go shut them up for a second and bust them in the mouth. That's when I got in the game. That's it. I wasn't any good. And I'm not scared to admit it.
Right. Kind of like The Rock, you know your role. And run, and actually, you probably run your mouth. You probably run your mouth whenever you get on the field.
Oh, I definitely
He don't run his mouth. What you talking about?
I definitely did not shut my mouth.
5-star mouth.
That was about it. 1-star athletic, 0-star athletic ability. 5-star hard,
Trash start.
5-star hard, and 10-star mouth.
Oh man. Well, how about actual guys
But
that
yeah,
may
so
run behind
like,
this offensive line?
It was just ridiculous what he's recruiting.
Mm-hmm. How about
And then,
recruits
I'm
that
telling
may
you,
actually run behind this line?
I'm telling you, you talking about running behind the line? I don't care about star. I posted this on the chat earlier. I don't give a crap about stars. I don't give a crap about ranking. I don't care. I don't care where Kendall Milton's going. I don't care where Zachary Evans is going. I don't care where any of the other ones, DeMarcus Bowman. I don't care where he's going. You give me Marshawn Lloyd and Kobe Pryor. I want Kobe Pryor on this team. You give me Kobe Pryor and one of the other guys. I want Kobe Pryor on this team. Whether it be Lloyd, Bowman, Milton, Evans, whoever, you give me Kobe Pryor and one of the others. I want Kobe Pryor on this team.
Over Milton? Or you one of the other guys, I guess?
I want Kobe Pryor. That dude is a beast.
He's this year's DJ Williams.
I'm telling you, the dude is a beast. Have y'all seen his workout videos?
He's from the same school as Chubb, right?
I'll try to post some more. When Chubb's in Cedartown.
You hear me, Jay?
Cedartown?
Yeah. They're from the same school. When Chubb's there, they work out together.
What do you think his 40 time is?
Do what?
What do you think his 40 time is?
I don't care what his 40 time is. Probably in the 4.6 range. I mean, you see what Elijah Holyfield did for us? He ran a 4.8, basically. Doing that 4.77 or something like that.
So what would you compare him to? I know you don't like doing that. You probably not even want to answer that. Who would you compare him?
Oh, I don't know. I have to think about it.
Has he done many visits with Georgia?
Yes, and I think he's coming this weekend too. You know, Georgia.
So Kirby, you and Kirby on the same page there?
The same, yeah, right. The same way we just offered Whitehead, that the linebacker that did so well at the opening regional from Athens. I think Athens Academy. He plays ball in Athens. Linwood Whitehead or something like that. Anyway,
yeah.
Same way with him. Georgia offer is about over. Clemson's offered Pryor. If we don't offer Pryor, he's going to go to Clemson.
Somebody on his team is good too, right? I saw an interview. Is it the quarterback?
Who for on whose team?
Pryor. He's got one other guy they were doing an interview with.
I think it's another running back, a 2021 guy.
Okay. And he's higher rated. He's probably gonna be higher rated, or no?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I'm telling you though, and I think what it is, and I'm just being honest here. I mean, how great of coaching are you going to get at Cedartown, Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to Zachary Evans being in the basically high school football capital of the world, Texas, where they have college-sized stadiums and pay their coaches out the butt. And Kendall Milton over in California, I bet you everything I have. If Kobe Pryor had the same background and was coached by the same people and played against the same level of competition as Zachary Evans and Kendall Milton, he would be a 5-star right now.
Is he not on all the circuits and stuff?
I don't know if he's camped a lot, to be honest. But I'm telling you, watch the dude in his workouts. You can't go. I know you can't go just off a workout, but the dude is a beast. And you get him at Georgia behind that line with his strength and even decent speed, with his athletic ability. I'm telling you, I want Kobe Pryor on the team.
Jason, the other guy is Kamara Wilkinson, the athlete committed to Florida.
He's not from Cedartown.
Oh, my bad. Cedar Grove. Alarm.
All good.
I know you're walking almanac, so.
No, I just remember him because I like him too. No, okay. Tony Mathis is his name. Maybe Tony Mathis is 2019, not 2021. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it was last year. I knew they had a good running back 2 years in a row.
Okay, I got
Tony Mathis.
I got a recruiting question for Jason. Who do you think is going to be, not for talent-wise, but who do you think is going to be this year's Nolan Smith for the class that's kind of like the mojo guy that's trying to build the class?
Yeah, I don't know yet because usually you want to be an in-state guy. Right now, it's freaking Carson Beck, the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like the other day, you had Justin Robinson recruiting Kendall Milton on Twitter. So I mean, it could end up being a kind of a group thing. I don't know yet. I think it's a little early.
I think if we got Sherman on board, he might get it.
Sherman would, but then, he's out of town. Usually you want it to be like a Georgia guy that can basically run up the street and visit there whenever guys are coming into town.
Broderick's not really a guy who talks much.
Yeah, he just doesn't necessarily doesn't have that personality. I mean, which is fine. I just don't know if we have that guy yet. I mean, Burrows, I could see Burrows being that guy. He has a big personality like that. I could see Burrows being one of them. So it could end up being more of a two or three guys deal. But Beck and Justin Robinson are both already doing it on Twitter a decent bit.
Mm-hmm.
So here you go. Whitehead at Liness, I guess that's how you say it, Whitehead, is the linebacker that's playing ball like up the street.
Right.
And they're opening regional in Atlanta Sunday. That dude at 6'1", 230 pounds, 38.5-inch vertical jump and a 4.5 40-yard dash. And by the way, he could have went to the Junior Olympics as a shot put champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think he decided to concentrate on football. So he's strong too.
Yeah. He's a 4-star.
That's what I'm saying. And as far as the linebackers go, I think, again, it may be because he's playing in a small private school in Athens or whatever. But, I mean, you got guys like Mikael Sherman and Justin Flo, and people are like, well, if Whitehead commits, what are we going to do with Flo and Mikael Sherman? We always said we were only taking 2. I'm telling you, I'd be willing to bet you this dude, he plays for Athens Academy. This dude has a higher upside than those 2. No matter how many stars they have inside their name.
Right. On the running back front, is Bowman kind of in the mix, or is he kind of trending elsewhere, Clemson or Florida, or?
No, everybody thought Florida, and then he just took a visit to Clemson. And
Yeah.
now, like, everybody's thinking Clemson now. He's going to be another one I wouldn't pay too much attention to at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Rakeem Jarrett, those two, I don't know. I wouldn't go off too much until a little bit later with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really
Yeah,
true
Jarrett's
about all
kind
of
of
them.
been Jarrett's kind of been Tennessee quite a bit lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State and then Georgia and then Tennessee and then, like I say, I mean, it's nothing wrong. We're just enjoying the recruiting process. I mean, it's not like you're talking bad about them or anything, but
Right.
you know, there's just some that they just seem like more they fall in love every visit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I can see that. I probably would too.
Tennessee fans are the worst, though. Anytime someone visits, they think everybody's going to commit to them on the spot.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want either one of them two right now because you're gonna have to fight harder to keep them than you would to recruit them.
Mm-hmm.
I would worry more of them about getting that last official visit.
Yeah. That definitely makes sense.
Plus, you know the bagman doesn't come until later. He doesn't come in March.
Around Christmas.
Let's see. What about we got Carson Beck at quarterback. Is there still another quarterback out there that are they going to go after another dual threat guy, or are they going to try to stick with more of the another pro style guy? I mean, I'm kind of looking at two, right, for this class, or?
Yeah, I mean, who knows now? I mean, I think they would go. I don't know. Who knows now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of hard to get another one unless you go with more of like a project, you know.
Uh-huh.
And it really seems like I don't know if Georgia or Auburn has really recruited the quarterback from Hoover.
Ashford,
yeah, I don't think Georgia or Auburn has really recruited him very hard lately.
What about the receiver spot?
I mean, who you got? You got Robinson, Rakeem Jarrett. You have P.J. Williams from Central Phoenix City.
Right.
Wyman.
Is Leonard Manuel still in play? I've always liked him. I know he kind of seemed like Georgia was. Say that again.
Seemed like what?
I was just gonna say it seemed like Georgia and Manuel really seemed like it was almost like he was possibly going to commit there at one point, maybe like about 3-4 months ago almost, and then because he decommitted from Miami, and then now haven't really heard a whole lot about Georgia and him really talking a whole lot.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't know if it's because he committed to Florida, or it seems like a lot of teams laid off of him too. And it could just be because he committed to Florida. I'm not saying nobody wanted him, so he just had to go to Florida. But it could be just because of that. I don't know. But you're going to have Rakeem Jarrett in play. The Marcus Rosemy dude from St. Thomas Aquinas, he's one. Jermaine Burton is one. He used to play. He was the one that who was playing in Georgia, went to IMG, tried to come back to Marietta, and they wouldn't let him, so he went out to California.
Right.
So you got that Wyman kid in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, Wyman, he's visiting again. We just offered A.J. Henning, that kid from Illinois.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike Wyman, he's like 6'4".
They're gonna have a bunch of trees out there.
Yeah, I don't think for a long time everybody pegged Rico Powers from Benedictine to be in this class, but I don't think we've really been after him much.
Dre, I know who I blame on this. We got a guy in his backyard and he can't even recruit him.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I guess you're
It's
not
over
a good
an hour to spend.
bag man over there.
That's
Well,
a
you
long way away.
About Dre? Are you talking about Dre over there? Or are you talking about me here with E.J. Williams?
Nah, I'm just getting him to team up on you. We know you can do a better job than that.
You talking about with you talking about with E.J.?
Come on now, yeah.
Man, I'm trying. I think
You already got Cohen going to South Carolina.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, we'll make you a deal, okay? We got you a $400K per year job to coach defensive lines. You can bring him in.
I could put on Twitter begging for recruiting jobs like other certain people.
Okay.
Okay, we won't go there. I think at one time our basically dream receiver class would be Justin Robinson, Jermaine Burton, and Rakeem Jarrett. So I'm going to what Rakeem Jarrett does. I think we're still in it for Burton. I really think we could pull Burton. It might be, I think Burton could come down to Georgia to LSU. So, I think you see, Robinson, Burton, and somebody else, one of these other guys. I don't know if they want to go big or small.
Burton used to be committed to Miami, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. Honestly, if it were me, I would go with Burton, Robinson, and Wyman. I like Wyman a lot. But I like E.J. Williams a lot, too. Be a toss-up between those two. Of course, I'd rather have E.J. because he's from Central Phoenix City, but
I'll tell you what,
without any bias, I would say Wyman and Williams toss-up.
Well, if you can't win the Clemson battles, you can't have that spot.
I don't according to Clemson gets, I don't know if he'll go there. I don't know if he's one of Clemson's top picks, to be honest.
They're about to have a stat wide receiver room.
And of course, you mentioned it earlier, Jason, with Hartley has just been killing it. Hopefully, with the tight end spots right now.
I'll tell you
got
this too. I was just looking at it and see what else has been going on lately with recruiting. And I went to since we haven't talked about it since it was done, the new and improved freaking homepage that nobody goes to.
Lies.
I go to it. I check it out as much as I actually been checking it out more than I have the chat even lately.
That because
it's
so much easier to check out.
I was just about to say it's a lot more, a lot easier to navigate and everything.
It is.
But you can check out at fieldstreetforum.com.
What you said, Dustin?
I said, play that moving on up over there.
It made it faster too, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to be like Kirby Smart. His players, bigger, faster, stronger.
Here, just for Dustin.
Well, we're moving on now. We're moving on up to the east side. To a sea, lots of partners in the sky.
Yeah, you had to work for that
Thank you,
Deluxe
Jason.
apartment, didn't you?
Shoot, it took forever to get that.
They I can see Jason dancing like Sherman Hemsley from George Jefferson there on whenever that song comes on. So.
I tell you this, I do it on camera. I do it on camera posting for $5. It's going to be something, man. Hartley, like I said earlier, he that tight end. If he can pull in Gilbert and Washington in the tight end class this year, dude, good God, you talking about moving? Give him a raise. Give him a raise.
No kidding. No kidding. Let's see. Yeah, we talked about Lenneth Whitehead. Anybody else? I mean, did we any position grouping that we missed out on recruiting wise? DBs maybe? Anything were happening right there?
Yeah, I think that's probably the one that's been the quietest, I guess.
Yeah. Might be hard to bring. Guys are trying to see how things shake out, I guess, with the guys that are here in Athens, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, you've had a ton of talent these last two classes.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Well, I think we're kind of running out of steam. I'm freaking tired, to be honest with everybody. I'm gonna be. This is the most honest podcast I think on the internet, y'all. So,
it's tough being an MVP.
Exactly.
Being an MVP, driving back and forth to Folkestone, about 3 times a week or so, something like that. Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight.
Hold on. Here you go for DBs. I mean, you've had 5-star Keely Ringo from Arizona. He's been on campus lately. I know they're hard after Fred Davis. They've been talking to Henry Ray from Miami. Friggin' Dwight McLaughlin from Texas. Yeah, Avante. Yeah. Javier Morton from Stevenson. He's another one to watch out. He's committed to Alabama right now. I don't think he'll finish committed at Alabama. Then, Jalen Kimmer's visiting soon. He's from Texas. Let's see. And I don't know. I honestly don't know about Nadab Joseph. I don't know if he's supposed to be in this class or not, or are we recruit? I just don't know as much about him. And then
did he even?
I don't know. And Avante Williams at safety, Keyshawn Lawrence from Nashville at safety. Let's see who else. I think LeJon Cavazos, he's the one that, Ohio State was hard after him, Georgia was hard after him. I think he's slipping a lot.
He's kind of re-upping with Ohio State last time, see.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And then, let's see. I think it's probably about it for now. I think DB is probably one you're going to see, like you said, waiting a little bit longer to see how things are playing out, because they have a ton of dudes in that DB room. And especially the last 2 years, they come up with a bunch of talent.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Hey, one last thing before we go. We're freaking losing in that poll. We're losing in Penn State Stadium. On the USA Today poll, where they're doing like the brackets for the stadiums, we're like freaking losing by like 2,000 votes now. So everybody has to go vote. You vote as many times as you want. So
They
check
probably
the
got
link.
somebody
We have it posted on the chat. Freaking go vote.
There you go. You can find that link to go vote on fieldstreetforum.com. Hit the Classic City Cavern, or chat, and most current date, and that'll take you to all the latest discussion on football and recruiting. Oh, by the way, Jason, we're talking recruiting just real quick. Who's recruiting better right now, Kirby Smart or Tom Crean?
Ooh. My boy Crean, man. If they, I think I read if they end up with Precious, who's from New York, and like one other guy, it'll bump them up to like the number 2 class in the country.
You want to talk about people accusing a school of cheating at recruiting?
Lord have mercy. I mean, you look at it, it's really his first full recruiting cycle.
Right.
I mean, last year he kind of took, honestly, what he could get with the time that he had. You know, it took him a while to hire the staff and all for whatever reason. So, I mean, he kind of just took what he could get with the time that he had. I mean, who knows if he keeps it up in recruiting like this, I mean, then if he keeps on recruiting like this, then he sucks as a coach if we don't make it to the tournament, because there's no reason you don't make it to the tournament with that talent on the team.
Dre.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
You need that Apprentice song to play. Money, 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 money.
Man, look, Ant-Man wanted to take his 1 year that he had in college and spend it close to his family again.
Stay close to home, man.
I mean, he doesn't know where he's going in the NBA, so he'll be far away from his family at the age of 17 or whatever. So, 18. So, he just wants to spend a little bit more time with his family, so he's just going to the local school. That's all it is.
Well, I really, honest to God, never have understood why they don't stay closer to. Just play for the in-state school if you're only going to do one and done anyways, because it don't matter. And the NBA is going to find. They're finding this Ja Morant kid from Murray State. It's going to be like probably the second or third pick in the draft. If you can play, especially in the NBA, they're going to pick you up anywhere, dude.
We need to keep pushing that.
Exactly.
Look at Steph Curry.
Yeah, Davidson.
And Davidson wasn't, that's what put Davidson on the map, basically.
Right.
Yeah, we need to keep pushing that.
Yeah. Ben Simmons stuck around at LSU when LSU really kind of sucked in basketball, at that time.
We'll just keep pushing that and we have the 2 coaches in now that, they know the Atlanta area, they know the Atlanta AAU scene and all that mess. So I think we'll be recruiting.
Yeah. And now that you've gotten one of these big time prospects to come play ball at Georgia, that's kind of, lighten that fire to set things off, man.
I hope
so. I do too. I'm tired of watching basketball and not having my team in the tournament.
Look, there's absolutely no reason that a team like Auburn should be making it to the NCAA Sweet 16 and Georgia not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And
especially
and
with...
I was actually looking at it, my best friend's an Auburn fan, so don't kill me.
Right.
So we were talking about it yesterday, and I told him, I think a lot of Auburn's players are from Georgia. If you go look at Auburn's roster, 3 or 4 of their top players are all from Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Like that Bryce Brown, 2 or 3 others that score a lot of their points are just all from Georgia. There's no reason we should let those guys go.
Well, that sucks in and of itself. But then you see guys at Duke and Carolina and Kentucky and all those guys. So many of those guys are from Georgia too.
Yeah, but you can halfway understand that because same way with all these guys going to Alabama now. I really right now. I don't really think Alabama cheats that much now because they don't have to. Because everybody just wants to go play for the powerhouse. I think they did very much in the beginning of St. Louis time there. The first 3-4 years there, they cheated like hell, but don't have to now. Because everybody just wants to go play for the national champion, which which is done on purpose and it's part of the process anyway. And so you can, it's the same way in basketball. You can see where those guys want to go play for Coach K and all that. So, that's fine, but there's no way we should be letting these go to freaking Auburn and other places that hadn't done crap in basketball.
Right. No doubt. All right. By the way, just 10 seconds. My Final Four teams are still in, so now that I've said that, I'll probably lose all 4 this weekend in my picks. So
just don't mention their names.
Oh wait, here you go, Trey.
Okay.
Here you go. Before we hit that, Jared Harper, Mapleton, Georgia. Bryce Brown, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Chuma Okeke, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
There's one more. Anthony McLemore, Warwick, Georgia.
Yeah. Well,
all those. There's no reason. There's no reason. Are we doing Sweet 16 picks?
No, we don't have time.
What?
But there's a kid literally from the school where my daughter goes that is going to Auburn next year too. Basketball player.
Yeah,
Jalen Williams, I think.
Yeah, there's no reason.
So,
it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a four-star player, power forward, small forward, something like that. He can play, but Georgia never really got after him. So, all right, fellas, good to get back at it. Everybody hit up fieldstreetforum.com. Like I said, hit the Classic City Cavern after you check out all the front page stories that are. Like I said, it's a lot easier to work with and navigate. So check that out. Jason's been killing it on that. Hit up Field Street Forum, Field ST Forum on Facebook and Twitter. Give Dustin a follow at DWoody15. Give me a follow at The Real Dre. And also Playbook Athlete. Hit the website and on Twitter as well. And appreciate those guys letting us be here right here on the Playbook Athlete Podcast Network. Until next week, go Dogs. See you.